Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for stopping by for another video. I'm going to do a player-based rummage today on one of my favorite baseball players and personalities in sports, the great Pedro Martinez. Hall of Fame pitcher, of course, started his career with the Montreal Expos, actually really started with the Dodgers, came to prominence during the 90s with the Expos, moved to my beloved and hometown Boston Red Sox, where he enjoyed probably his finest stretch as a pitcher, although the end of his Expos era was very good as well. And then finished things up with the New York Mets after winning a World Series here in Boston. So I've always loved Pedro, seen him pitch in person many times. Fortunate to be able to say that. And while I've never, until recently, never really sought out his cards specifically, I was a Red Sox team collector for many years, and so I ended up with a decent little Pedro collection just kind of by accident. So these are just a stack of around maybe 20 to 25 Pedro cards that I pulled out from various boxes, or in a couple cases towards the end, cards that I just got in. And we're just going to go through this stack and do a little bit of a rummage here. So tribute to the great Pedro Martinez. Start off with a few soft-sleeved cards here. How about this Topps Chrome Black Refractor from 2006? How awesome is that? These are numbered out of 549. Can't go wrong with any numbered Topps Chrome Refractor. That is a gorgeous card. Not a huge fan, with all due respect, of his Mets era stuff. Obviously prefer his Red Sox and even Expos cards, but can't go wrong with that one. Here's a wild one. This is kind of very, very 90s card here from Pacific. Check it out. So in addition to this gold foil madness, this is also an acetate card where the inset photo is as well. This is, I believe this is just a base card, but really, really cool. Sign of the times there. And this is what, this would be a late career card as far as his Expos run goes. Got some Red Sox cards next. Check out this Own the Game insert. And obviously you can see over the years, I've really been drawn to Shine when it comes to Pedro. I'm not unique to Pedro by any means, but cool insert there. This one's neat. I got this from a friend in the blogging community years back. It's a Topps base card, but it's a minted in Cooperstown parallel, if you can make that out, this foil stamp. So in this year, I think it was 98. Yeah, this is a 98 Topps card. They minted a small number of the cards in Cooperstown and stamped them accordingly where the Baseball Hall of Fame is. So I just think that's kind of a neat alternative version of Pedro's 98 Topps card. And of course, 98, really from like 97 through the beginning of the 2000s, he went on one of the better runs in all of starting pitching. Like, you know, Koufax-like, Greg Maddux-like, just insanely dominant. There's a Smoke and Heat insert from Fleer 96. Not much to that one, just that one I've had for forever, probably 15 years now. Came out of a quarter box, I think, at a card show. Same with this one. This is from SPX, which was like a mid to high-end set from Upper Deck in the late 90s and early 2000s, I think. If you can't tell, this World Series trophy is like embossed metal. So it really looks like a little trophy on there. There are a bunch of different colors and different rarities of these. This one here is numbered out of 4,500. Don't really recall the backstory on that, but just a cheap serial numbered Pedro, sucker for serial numbering. Here's a Topps High Tech acetate card with a foil background. That is right up my alley. They made like a million different patterns in the back of these. This one happens to show his ERA of 2.83 from the season prior, and cool shiny backs on these as well. So these are not expensive cards. You can get these for pocket change on ComC, but I like grabbing different versions of these for players that I enjoy, such as Pedro. I'm going to do a little stack now of, I guess, top-loaded cards. So these are probably going to be a degree better than the ones we've been looking at. Check out this E-Exceptional insert from the EX Baseball series. How cool is that? It's die-cut, team color matching red, this crazy foil stuff going on in the background. I picked up one or two copies of this recently just because you can get this card for under $10, and it is serial numbered out of 1999, which, you know, that's not scarce by any means, but I mean, that's about as prevalent as like a Topps Gold parallel these days, and I just think this is a neat card. and it's from his era of dominance as well. So for 10 bucks or less, I think that's a good buy if you want to get a cheap Pedro collection going. Put that one up. Also paid $10 for this one, but it was many years back now, so I don't think you can find this for 10 anymore. This is the 94 Topps Finest Refractor. The second year of the Finest Refractors. Just an awesome, awesome card. You cannot go wrong with these from 93 or 94. Have picked up one or two others that I'll actually be getting to in an upcoming video. But yeah, if you're a fan of Shine, this is kind of what started it all. 1 year prior to this in 93, and that is a awesome Pedro card there. That one's going to go up in the background as well. Moving on, we'll tilt him a little bit. Moving on, this is a cool relic card. I don't go heavily into relics with a couple of exceptions, but got this one years back. I don't remember if it was in a trade package or I got it cheap on eBay, but from Fleer Hardball, it's an on-the-ball relic, and it's cool because the card itself is die cut to be a baseball, and then you have a little jersey relic piece over here. So it does say authentic game-worn jersey. I don't know if you'll be able to make that out along the left border. And it does claim on the back to be officially game-worn as well. This is from 2003, so I put a little more trust and faith in the relics from back in this time period than I do the relics these days, which are often not from any particular event or season. All right, I got a couple of my favorite 90s shiny Pedros here. I've shown this one only recently because it came out of a rummage that I did, a cheese box rummage, but this is the 99 Bowman's Best Refractor. And look at that etching and just amazing shine. I'm in love with this set and these cards, and I think I have 2 copies now of this Pedro. They are all serial numbered out of 400. But the one I don't think I've shown before is the year prior to this, the 98 Bowman's Best. These I think are even more popular with collectors, and it's, I guess, easy to see why. I mean, both are gorgeous cards, but here's the 98 version from 1 year prior. So pretty cool to have both of these. And just like with the 99, these 98s are serial numbered out of 400 for refractors as well. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but if you've tried chasing these cards from the 90s, then you know 400 is very, very tough, or can be anyway. So happy to have that pair of Pedros there in refractor format to go with the Finest Refractor. Again, none of these are cards that I spent very much money on at all. It's just collecting over a long period of time and steadily adding them to the collection. Here's a dual relic that features game-worn jersey and a game-used bat out of 2004 Diamond Kings. Probably had this card for 15 years or more. I think I bought it at a local hobby shop out of a discount bin. But again, from the era where it actually does say that it was worn or used, in the bat's case, in an official MLB game. And it's serial numbered out of 100 as well. So that's kind of a sneaky cool card. 100% forgot that I owned this card and was kind of rummaging around, grabbing up a few Pedros to show off here in today's video, and was so pleasantly surprised to kind of rediscover this in my own box of cards. Here's a game card from Topps Pack Wars, which was a collectible card game back in the day. Got this from a friend of mine in the blogging community many years back. But I obviously was attracted to it because of the great rainbow foil design and the serial numbering out of 56 in this case. So not a big game card collector, but I did make an exception there for that Pedro. And I have another shiny one here from Topps Heritage, the Chrome Refractor from 2008. This is really towards the end of his career, but I love that it's on the 59 Topps design, but chromed up and just beautifully shiny. These are numbered out of 559, serial numbered. So that's a cool one there. And then on the top loader front, we end with this first day issue Stadium Club card. Now, I know I haven't shown this one off. Got this in only recently. Was really pumped to snag this for $8. This set is one that I ripped so much of as a kid, and we all wanted these first day issue parallels. They were 1 per box, supposedly only around 2,000 copies of each ever made. They were really, really tough to find. So I was just ecstatic to find this recently for $8. Have a couple more awesome cards to get to here, though. And before I do, just want to give a quick shout out to my buddy Adam over at Splendid Sports. He has recently, I know, gotten into collecting some Pedro, and has put together kind of already like a sneaky, awesome Pedro collection just from the cards that I've seen. So he sort of inspired me to get my act together and show off a few Pedros of my own. So definitely give a visit to Splendid Sports if you're not already subscribed. Check the link below. And Adam, I hope you catch this one. And a couple more here. These are going to be shiny. I've shown these in the past, but these are the 1999 and 2000 Stadium Club Chrome refractors of Pedro, both with the Red Sox. And again, I'm just really into those cards from around the turn of the century when he was just completely dominating the game, especially 99, 2000, 2001, those years. And so finding both of these, tracking these down for very, very reasonable prices earlier in this year. These were actually part of my 50 for 2023 project, but just glorious looking cards. And then I have 3 new pickups. I don't think I've shown any of these 3 on the channel prior to this, so I'm excited to get to these. The graded card and then a couple of ungraded cards. So the graded is from 1999, as I just mentioned. I love cards of his from that year. He won the pitching Triple Crown, and it was probably the single most dominant season of his illustrious career. And as a tribute to that, recently found this 1999 Bowman Chrome Refractor in a CSG9. This is from an era when the Bowman Chrome cards were just stunning, just really, really well done. I mean, all of this card lights up, even the team logo down there. The background is stunning. The player's facsimile signature is like etched on the right there, you can see. These cards are just amazing. And finding this in a grade of a 9, already slabbed up, it looks great. I think kind of the black and the dark borders on the top and bottom really match that new CSG flip, that revised non-green flip. Couldn't be happier with this card. This is instantly one of my cooler Pedros. It's very obvious looking at the backdrop that you can see behind this card that I tend to prefer some shiny refractor when it comes to my Pedro collection, or just some kind of shine. And this one certainly checks all those boxes. Here's a look at the back. Not a serial numbered card as the Bowman's Best cards were from the same era, but it's also cool to have the Bowman's Best from 99 and now the Bowman Chrome Refractor from 99 as well. Both of these from, again, probably his most dominant season as a professional player. So really cool on that front. Happy to have scooped that one up. And I have 2 ungraded cards here. They feature the same parallel, and it's going to kind of continue on. So, you know, with this refractor being a 99, I mentioned that the turn of the century Pedros are my favorite. Well, these 2 cards are from 2000 and 2001, respectively, and they are the Upper Deck Exclusives parallels. Now, I've shown these before, and what I love about this parallel is its longevity. It's still going today from its birth in the late 90s, and its cross-sport appeal. So, like, I've shown this card in the past on the channel, a Connor McDavid Upper Deck Exclusives from 2018. Always serial numbered, almost always out of 100. But in the same way that I can have a McDavid Exclusives from a dozen years prior to that, I've got a Tom Brady Upper Deck Exclusives, also numbered to 100. And it's just really, really cool. You know, Michael Jordan, there's Jordan Exclusives cards if he's your thing, or Kobe or LeBron. Wayne Gretzky on the hockey front has exclusives. So it's just, it's one of the longest living parallels that continues on to this day. And I just love being able to get different superstars in the exclusives parallel. And I don't know why it didn't occur to me until recently. But as soon as it did, I went searching for Pedro Martinez. And wouldn't you know it, I found this 2000 UD Exclusives parallel of Pedro. Copy 83 of 100. You know, it's got that old school serial numbering there. Just really, really cool. So I got the Pedro Exclusives from 2000. And then to go along with it, the 2001 Exclusives Pedro. What's cool about this one, I don't put a huge premium on this, but if you notice, this is copy 100 of 100. So the last copy off the print line as far as that parallel goes. And just a nice pair there. Was very, very pleased for the price that I was able to pick these up at, around the cost of a retail blaster each. I think I was somewhere in the realm of $50 or under $50 for both of these combined. And it wouldn't be as easy to find another pair if I had to with these now snatched up. So pumped to have those. Pumped to bring Pedro Martinez into my overall exclusives collection with greats from other sports. And yeah, this was just a fun look at a bunch of Pedro cards. I hope you appreciated it. If you stuck around this long, I certainly appreciate you dedicating your time to watching my content. And I'll certainly be back in the very near future with some more sports card content. Till then, I hope you take care and enjoy the hobby. See ya.